Breaking news at this hour in a highly anticipated ruling. The U.S. Supreme Court has overturned the Roe v. Wade ruling, which legalized a woman's right to an abortion. For more on this developing story, we can go across to France 24's Kethevane Gorjestani, standing by in Washington. Kethevane, we knew this was coming. Tell us what this ruling means exactly.
Well, first, I just want to tell you a little bit about the scene behind me. I'm in front of the Supreme Court, and people had been gathered here. Pro-life and pro-choice protesters were here waiting for that ruling. And then when the ruling came down, you had cries of victory, of celebration from the pro-life group, and of course, cries of disappointment, of anger from the pro-choice part of the protesters. And they're continuing to chant on both sides here. Now, to this ruling, the summary of that ruling is extremely clear. The Constitution does not confer a right to an abortion. The Supreme Court overruling Roe v. Wade and the subsequent Casey ruling, and they are sending back the authority to regulate abortion to the people and their elected representatives, meaning, of course, they're sending back the right to regulate abortions to the states, to each individual states. This is what the conservative movement wanted, and they got the complete overturning of Roe versus Wade, the complete overturning of the constitutional right of American women to get an abortion.
Kethevane, now that this ruling has come out, give us a snapshot of what it will mean for women to access abortions in the United States.
Well, to put it simply, you're going to have half of the United States, basically, that will have access to abortions, that will be able to get an abortion if they want to. And then pretty much the other half of the United States will see either full-out bans or heavily restricted access to abortion. Now, specifically talking about the 25 to 26, depending on who you ask, of the states, mostly conservative states, that are going to heavily restrict or outright ban abortions. About 13 of these states have so-called trigger laws. Trigger laws mean that now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, those laws were on the books and written in a way that they automatically would snap into place almost immediately as soon as the Supreme Court handed that ruling, which is now the case. And so you're likely going to see that a dozen or so states very quickly move to have those laws go into effect. And then you have kept old laws, Roe v. Wade laws, and now we'll be able to enforce them, or that have taken laws, enacted laws very recently, and now we'll be able to enforce them without the fear of being challenged in court.
That was Kethevane Gorjestani reporting after that historic decision.